Oke, sekarang gua mau coba nge-record. Ini recordan pertama gua. Jadi kalau kurang maksimal ya aja ya. Sini gua gak bakal main multiplayer. Gua langsung ke campaign aja kali ya. Ini sebelumnya gua pernah main 1-2 campaign doang sih. Uniknya Battlefield ini nggak sama kayak COD, dimana setiap campaignnya pasti nyambung ke story karakter-karakternya. Jadi Battlefield ini masing-masing teater itu punya storynya sendiri-sendiri. Ini gua udah main kemarin. Ini storynya nyeritain pasukan Inggris yang harus nge-push pakai tank di kota-kota Perancis. Yang ini main pesawat-pesawatan ya. Ini jujur susah banget ini anjir. Langsung aja ke campaign ketiga ini aja kali ya. Dari detailnya sih kayaknya ini Italia ya. Pasukan Italia yang mau nge-push pasukan Perancis di Alpen. Oke guys, kita mulai gameplay pertama dari Battlefield campaign 3. Oh iya, seperti yang gua katakan di awal ya, tiap teaternya storynya nggak nyambung satu sama lain. Tiap teater punya storynya sendiri-sendiri.
Wow, these are incredible.
Oke,
Yes, it was an incredible time.
incredible time.
I'm sorry, Dad. Take as long as you need.
No, it's okay, Tesoro. It's time I told you what happened to him. It was during our last battle together. My brother's battalion had been ordered to capture a fort deep into enemy territory. I wasn't going with him. I was part of a special unit with a different mission. Our task was to support Matteo's battalion.
Anjir.
We were a proud unit. We changed the war for Italy,
Anjir.
the Arditi.
RDT. Jadi ini kayaknya regu spesial ya. Oke, kita mulai. Saya unassociated.
While Matteo was pushing forward, I had to fight up the mountain and take out anything targeting his unit.
Just hearing this story makes me worried for you.
Don't worry, I was in a full suit of armor. Besides, the Aditi were proud volunteers. We would have done anything for Italy.
Existing. Anjir. Anjir, apa ini? Oh, kalem. Datang lu. Mana bang? Dia ada orang anjir. Oke, tim dak anjir. Keras banget recoilnya anjir. Ayo bang, maju bang. Anjir, itu proper anjir.
All that was left after the flame troops were some foot soldiers. After that, the church would be ours.
Oke. Recoilnya lebih enak ini. Ini kita harus enak. Depannya keren anjir. Helmnya. Anjir bang.
There was an artillery gun that was shelling us and Matteo's unit. I had to destroy it.
He was still heading to the fort?
Right. I had to make sure he got there.
Anjir. What the hell? Apa ini bang? Apa ini? Oh, dokumen. Coba buat kayak ini pak. Boom. Oke. Harus ke atas. Ngancurin api.
Matteo and the entire Italian offensive was in danger as long as that artillery gun remained. So I had to take it down.
Busuk banget airnya anjir. Buset bang. Sini bang, maju bang. Anjir. Tolong. Boom. Anjir. Langsung keluar semua anjir. Ada pasang charge atau apa? RTT carry dynamite explodes for your. Wih anjir. Ini kali ya. Boom. Udah kan ini ya? Ya. Udah mixture. Oke. Clear.
That explosion was one of the sweetest sights of the war for me. But there was no rest. I could see an anti-aircraft gun over the next ridge that was taking out our planes. That was my next target.
Nah, bang, maju bang. Bang, kok mati sih bang?
The gun was manned by Austro-Hungarian troops. I had to remove them before I could use the gun myself.
Oke. Oke, sektor clear kayaknya deh. Ini mana aja?
I take down the last man, but then I hear a noise that I will never forget.
Wih, bomber anjir.
They were targeting Matteo's unit below me, so I do the only thing I can.
Oke.
It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron.
Bum 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 bum. Set, gua disantapin anjir. Anjir, bang. Panas anjir, overheat anjir. Tolong. Nah, ini bang. Buset. Lah. Mukat anjir. Oke. Wih, udah nih bang.
Were you still safe behind your armor?
Of course. Nothing could dent it. But then the planes veered away.
Semua anjir, dilongsorin anjir. Wah, anjay. Oh, armornya rusak anjir. Oke, lanjut lagi.
When I got up, I thought I had died and gone to hell.
Nggak hell ya. Habis dibombardir segitu panjangnya
They
pesawat
blew up the
anjir.
mountain. They buried us. They buried themselves.
Oke, sekarang
I
kita
had to
lanjut.
find Matteo. He could have been anywhere.
Ya tau gua ada ini anjir.
I started with the first thing that came through the fog. There were allies pinned inside lodges. I needed to save them.
Gak mati loh anjir. Itu
We
temen.
could hear them before we saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with.
Facciamo saltare quel cannone da campo!
Malah meledak anjir.
Through sheer force of will, we took out their firepower. The lodges were safe, and I had to move on.
You never said, was Mateo in those lodges?
No, the men said his unit had made it further up.
Wih, coba deh.
Every
Anjir.
part of me wanted to get out of the trenches. But I could hear Italian yelling. I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. I had to have made it to the fort.
Wih, kalem.
Every part of me wanted to get out of the trenches. But I could hear Italian yelling. I knew my friends were trapped. Everywhere I looked, too late. I felt alone among ghosts. After a while, I couldn't even look at the bodies. I had to have made it to the fort.
Parkir anjir.
Some of the things I saw, Tesoro. I had to convince myself I wasn't dead.
Like what?
Fire.
Parkir.
Fire everywhere.
Oh anjir, no. Kalem.
There were two ways into the fort. I could either go through the underground tunnels or above ground by circling around the back.
Not through the front?
I no longer had my armor. It was impossible.
Oh anjir. Ada apa ini ya? Kita lanjut nyari Matteo.
I still
Cutscene.
think about that field every day. I'd almost stopped looking. Started giving in to the hope that Matteo had escaped. And then...
No! No!
Oh, udah mati anjir. Iya, kadang-kadang bisa ketebak sih anjir.
And here I am, still.
Ya, namanya juga perang ya. Cuman bawa kehancuran.
Buon compleanno, Matteo.
April Fool dulu. Oke, segitu dulu. Terima kasih kalau kalian sempetin nonton. Kalau ada masukan jangan lupa tulis di komentar. Nah, oke dah, gitu doang. Terima kasih semuanya. Bye bye.